Good morning and welcome to Giovanni's Kitchen. Today we will be making Akara. So Akara can be eaten with ogi, which is like custard made from maize, or it can be eaten with bread. So these are my ingredients. You have beans, but you know there's something in Akara, because Akara in English is called beans cake. So of course we have to use beans. We have our crayfish and our salt. We have our rodo, which is called scotch bonnet in Yoruba, and we have our onions, which has been diced already. So and I have my egg, which has been whisked and beaten, and I have my last but not least, I have my vegetable, and last but not least, I have my water. We use water we have water, but not too much water, so we can have a thick paste. So, and look, I like this. So I like whisked egg because it makes the akara puffy, fluffy, yeah. And the reason you can use any type of onion, but I like this onion because it's sweet. And this is brown beans that has already been peeled. So you peel your beans, and so this is brown beans that have already been peeled. So if you want, you can use white beans. People prefer to use white beans, but I'm using brown beans. I know it doesn't look brown, but it's because it's been peeled. So first of all, get your beans and you put it inside. Ooh. Ah. So now because scotch bonnet is very hot, I don't want to cut it, so I'm going to blend it and put it inside. Yeah. So then I put in a little bit of water because, as I said, I want it. So let's take this. There we go. And then, when you're always using a blender, cover it. Then cover it. So now, because I have not put in that much water, I can open it from the top. But I'm using an ice crusher because the ice crusher is very strong for beans. So then I just need to add a little bit more water. There we go. Now put this back. You have to give it a bit of a shake, and as you can see now, look, can you see the scotch bonnet? When we were doing it, the scotch bonnet was sinking and sinking through the liquid because the beans had already turned into liquid. See, it's like science. When a solid goes into a liquid, it sinks. And as you can see, it's in a paste now. So now I'm going to pour it in a bowl. There we go. So now, like, you pour in your whisked egg and give it a stir. Okay, that is looking 100%. It should be looking like this, and just give it a little stir. Then you pour in your salt and crayfish. Okay. And then you mix and mix and mix and mix. So then you give it a good all around mix for like 2 to 3 minutes. 2 or 3 minutes. And after that, this is where the onions come in. Then push it inside. There we go. And that's right. You give it a good all around mix. Yeah. The bits popping out are the onions. But at the end of the time, so then you give it a good all around mix for like another 1 minute. But it won't look this color at the end. So now your paste is ready to fry. So let's get frying. So now you put the oil in the pan and make sure it's at low heat so the akara can cook on the inside as well. So now you just mix, and then you scoop it and then put it in the pan. There we go. Scoop, mix, scoop, gone in the pan. And as you can see, changing the color. Oh. And now, as you can see, it's changing color and it's getting harder. But you have to make sure that you space them out. You don't want them to connect, and then you have connect a whole big piece of akara. So what I'm trying to do, I'm acting like I'm gardening, and I have to space them out. And so now, like as you can see, I flipped some over, but some I've just put in, so I haven't flipped them over yet, as you can see. Yeah, so, and you can see that the top is getting hard. So now, when the top part was getting hard, you flipped. When the bottom part was getting hard, because it was on the water surface, so it got hard and the oil fried it. We had to flip it over to the side that was at the top. So now, as you can see, it looks like akara. And as you can see, it's getting golden brown. So all you have to do is press it down. There's holes inside because of the onions. The other side is going to change different. As you can see, before the other side wasn't golden brown, now it's golden brown. As you can see, my akara is ready. I'm still frying the other bits. That's really nice. Bye. Thanks for watching Giovanni's kitchen of how to make akara.